So, hello everyone, welcome to STW Sports, and today I'm joined by Man City fan Big Steve, and of course Big Steve doesn't get much bigger than this tomorrow. Real Madrid take on Man City in the first leg of the semi-finals of the Champions League here in Madrid. How are you feeling going into it?
Yeah, a bit confident really. You know, last year we was a bit nervous. With the first leg being in the Bernabeu, I think it makes a big difference. The way Manchester City are playing at the minute, the form we're on. We've got every right to be confident. We have been burnt here before in the Bernabeu, so we've got to be careful with that. But we've just got to make sure we get a decent result and take it back to the Etihad, because I think the second leg being at the Etihad is going to be key.
Yeah, we have played Real Madrid a few times before, of course, twice in the semi-final previously as well. Do you feel like this might be the first time Man City are known to be favourites going into this game?
I mean, I don't know if we're favourites at the Bernabeu because, you know, they've got that heritage there. People say it, and I've actually witnessed it. It is quite frightening the way they get up for Champions League games. But I just do believe there's a different buzz around Man City at the minute, around the fans. The club's galvanised. Pep Guardiola, everyone's pulling in the same direction, and I just think that I think we're coming here meaning business, and I think we get the job done.
Obviously, one man's talk about Erling Haaland, absolutely sensational season. As a Man City fan, obviously you've had blessed with Sergio Aguero for a long time as well, and now Haaland. Just how good is Erling Haaland?
According to the media, he makes us worse, but you know, no, listen, he's fantastic. And for a 22-year-old boy to come into the Premier League and do what he's done this season is unbelievable. I don't think he gets enough credit for it. You know, there's always an angle from somewhere, or he's a tapping merchant, he does this, he does that. But listen, if you strip it all back and look at what he's done, and the pressure that was on him to come as Man City's number 9 in a new system, he's fantastic, and he's the hero of Manchester City at the minute. He's the best number 9 in the world, and with him up front, I think he can be the difference from us.
Oh, Steve, as well, you've got to talk about, of course, the potential final. I mean, obviously, most people are thinking this kind of is the final between Real Madrid and Man City, but as a City fan and being a fan of one of the teams, you're reluctant to write off one of the Milan clubs.
No, it's... listen, I've been to FA Cup finals and been beat by Wigan, so, you know, AC Milan, Inter Milan in the final, we'll take it, and we just got to make sure we're ready on the day. You know, the form book for the last one in Porto said that Man City was going to beat Chelsea. It didn't work out that way. You can't take Champions League finals or any final for granted. I just think, you know, we've got a big, massive test. We overcame Bayern Munich. We've got Real Madrid. If we can overcome them two, the massive hurdles going into a final, and like I said before, the way we're playing at the minute and the way this team is getting the job done in certain games, there's a different buzz around it, and I'm confident.
Well, Steve, the treble, I mean, it might be a little bit early to mention the treble yet, but obviously your biggest rivals, Manchester United, achieved this back in 1999, and it is getting closer now. You're in the driver's seat in the Premier League. You do face Man United in the FA Cup final, and the Champions League still on as well. Are you thinking about it yet, or as a City fan, is it one game at a time?
It's one game at a time. You know, the treble and the quad has all been bandied around a bit too easy for my liking the last few years. What United did in '99 was a tremendous achievement, and we live in the same city as them, so we hear about it regular. But listen, we're in a great chance. We're taking one game at a time. We've got to keep doing what we're doing, and we've just got to listen. If it happens, it happens. But the Champions League is the one. A lot of fans get on Man City's case about, oh, you never won the Champions League. All of a sudden now we're being judged by a treble. You know, we're the only club can be judged by a treble. But listen, I'm on a journey with this club this season, with all these lads in this pub, and it's not over yet.
Well, Steve, I say I've been watching you a long time on YouTube, and I'm a real big fan of your story as a Man City fan. Just got one question for you. What's your favourite memory as a Man City fan today?
It's not yet been made.
That's a good answer. And also another question I love asking this Man City fans is, May 2012, Sergio Aguero wins the Premier League, the first Premier League title for Man City. You know, can you take us back to that day and how you felt?
Unbelievable. Same thing, the Newcastle game before, there was a bit more pressure there. It's the first time in my lifetime I'd ever heard Man City fans singing we're going to win the league. We had a bit of a week to wait to the game. The build up to it in the morning, very, very nervous. Typical City mentality was with us then, people panicking about it. And then, yeah, the game itself, I'm getting goosebumps now, my hairs are standing up, you know what I mean? It's all over me, 93-20. It was just, if you wanted it to win a league in any way, snatching the title from your biggest rivals in the last seconds, you couldn't have chose it. And what Sergio Aguero did that day will go down in history as the best moment and never be beaten. Man City fans, we lived it, we breathed it, and yeah, we did it last year with Gundogan, but it wasn't the same because Sergio was first. But yeah, Sergio Aguero, 93-20, best moment ever.
And back to the present day, what's your score prediction for the game at the Bernabeu tomorrow?
I'm going for a really tight game. I think we have to soak up a bit of pressure, but we catch them on the break. Erling Haaland 1-0.
1-0. And for the return leg at the Etihad?
I'm not going to tell you what I really think because I don't want to tempt fate, but all I'm saying is we get the job done. The Etihad Stadium this season, especially in Europe, has been very, very underestimated by teams, you know, and I think the fans at the minute are getting right behind them, and I think we can create an atmosphere in that stadium which we can put anyone away. So I won't say a score, but we get the job done.